What is the link between causation and personal injury damages? Imagine trying to fix a broken window. You need to know what caused the damage before you can decide how to repair it. The same idea applies in personal injury law. Causation is the key to understanding how someone's actions lead to injuries and damages. Without proving causation, it's impossible to get compensation for injuries. In personal injury cases, causation means showing a clear connection between what the defendant did and the harm that happened. There are two main parts to causation. The first is cause and fact, which asks if the injury would have happened without the defendant's actions. For example, if a driver runs a red light and causes a crash, the crash would not have happened but for that driver's negligence. This shows the driver's conduct directly caused the injury. The second part is proximate cause, which looks at whether the injury was a foreseeable result of the defendant's actions. It asks if the defendant could have expected that their behavior might cause such harm. If an injury happens because of an unexpected chain of events, the defendant might not be held responsible. For example, if a driver hits a pedestrian, and then that pedestrian falls into a construction zone and gets hurt, the question is whether the driver could have reasonably foreseen that chain of events. Both cause and fact and proximate cause are needed to connect the defendant's conduct to the damages. If either part is missing, the claim may fail. Damages are the actual losses or injuries that the injured person suffered. To recover damages, the injured person must prove that the defendant's negligent actions caused their injuries, and that those injuries resulted in specific losses like medical bills, lost wages, or pain and suffering. For example, in a slip and fall case, the injured person needs to show that the property owner's failure to fix a hazard caused the fall. If the injury was mainly caused by a pre-existing medical condition, the link between the owner's negligence and the injury might be weaker. In simple terms, causation is the bridge that connects wrongful conduct to the injuries and losses. It makes sure that only those who are truly responsible are required to pay damages. Without this link, even if someone was negligent, they might not be held liable for the injuries that followed. This is why proving causation is so important in personal injury law. It ensures fairness by making sure damages are awarded only when there is a clear, reasonable connection between the defendant's actions and the harm caused.